Today's video is probably going to get my face lasered off in the comments, but sometimes you just got to do these things anyway. Scott here. The discussion today is about why we shouldn't push people, and by people I mean women, to buy mechanical watches instead of quartz. It seems that major watch companies tend to market quartz watches to women and mechanical watches to men in the assumption that women don't really care what movement powers their watches. I've had several conversations with my wife about watches, as you might expect. It's come up a lot lately on podcasts such as 10 and 2 and Love and Watches, and I've been giving it a lot of thought. I think the manufacturers got it right. Women are just more practical than their testosterone-damaged partners. Do you really think that watch manufacturers with marketing departments, research, and access to all of their sales figures, do you really think they're ignorant of what watches women want and will buy? So this is what I came up with for why women might not want to buy a mechanical watch. 1. Quartz is more shock resistant. There's no tender hairspring to jolt and derail. Quartz movements barely have any moving parts, actually. Even your Tommiest of tomboys probably couldn't damage a quartz. 2. Quartz watches are cheaper. Not in all cases, but you could just about buy a quartz watch for every day of the week for the cost of one nice automatic watch. 3. Quartz is more accurate. Even a $10 Ronda movement will have better than cost performance. Quartz accuracy is measured in seconds per month rather than seconds per day. That means you don't have to fuss around setting it very often or wonder if it's on time when you pull it out of the drawer. 4. Quartz is more anti-magnetic. A quartz movement won't even notice the kind of magnetic field that would have your hairspring coil sticking together, making your mechanical watch gain minutes per hour. Although strong magnetic fields can affect quartz performance, it generally stops being an issue when the field goes away. 5. Quartz movements don't have to be serviced for, say, $200, $1,000, and that every 5 to 7 years. A $10 battery change every 2 to 5 years is about it. Otherwise, your quartz movement will likely continue to run for 20 years or more. Good Swiss quartz movements can be serviced, which is largely just cleaning and oiling a couple of gears, but that has got to be cheaper than servicing their hairspringed brothers. 6. A quartz watch is ready to wear whenever you need it to be. This is really important to the women I know. Their workdays start with 101 things to be done. Taking care of lunches, feeding the cats, putting the dishes up that refuse to put themselves away. Tons and tons of stuff. When they assemble an outfit, they want something that looks good with it. What they don't want is to pick up a watch, have to wind it, have to set the date, have to find their phone or another clock and set the correct time. They don't have time for that crap. What they really want most days is to have something that goes with their outfit. They want something that's kind of quirky, or has a cat face on it, or a horse, or maybe some sparkly rhinestones that will complement their outfit. Kate Spade makes that stuff. Rolex don't. 7. If a quartz movement breaks, you can just replace it. That's a slam dunk. Much simpler and cheaper than repairing a mechanical watch. This doesn't really apply to things like spring drive. I'm talking just regular straight quartz movements. 8. Quartz movements are almost always far thinner and lighter, which is good for most people, regardless of their chromosomal bias. My perfect dive watch would be about 12 millimeters tall. Folks generally don't want something so tall on the wrist that you're constantly smacking it on things. Women, by and large, have slenderer wrists, and these big, tall, and heavy watches become a flail. It seems to me that leading these poor, uneducated female watch buyers to the one true mechanical watch path, it's a bit snobbish. It's easy to get carried away with how cool your mechanical watch is, and you want to share that experience. I know this firsthand because I've done it a lot. I expect that women know exactly what they want and what's important to them, and it ain't a finicky timepiece that they have to babysit. And I mean, generally you can't even see all the cool mechanical stuff inside anyway. I'm not saying that the salesman shouldn't take the opportunity to educate any sufficiently evolved organism, man, woman, chimpanzee. Just make sure that you're not pushing people into buying stuff that takes care and feeding and that they will regret buying. I do believe, however, that all girls deserve a Rolex. So guys, ask your better halves about this. Or better yet, have them watch the video and leave your comments below. I'm really interested in knowing what they think. I bet I'm right. Thanks for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. We have just hit 500 subscribers. You know what that means? That means it's time to give away that Vostok Europa to some lucky subscriber. It will probably take me a few days to get that made up, so let's go ahead and keep it open until November 8th. So if you haven't subscribed yet, you better get on it. Our next milestone is 1,000 subscribers, and I have got a totally cool watch that I plan to give away for that. Thanks again, everybody, for watching. I apologize for not putting out as much content as regularly and as quickly as I'd intended to. I will get better, I promise. My plan is to retire next spring, and once I do that, then I'll have nothing better to do than fool around with watches full time. Anyway, Scott out.